This is Crystal Bryn's hair. Look at all the waves.
Okay, class of 2006. Listen up. Listen up. Listen up. I have one other request of you. Already some campaign paraphernalia has been distributed. Already I have had to speak to one of your classmates about throwing it on the floor. I need you to keep this auditorium as
Dumas, and have the pleasure of being the moderator for this, our class of 2006 officer election. There's a saying that goes, this world contains two kinds of people, those who watch things happen and those who make them happen. Today, ideally we should vote for those who will be active in making our school year a good one. But above all, vote. Because voting gives you the right to complain. If our introduction night does not suit you, you have the right to complain if you voted for a class officer. Class officers are important in making our school year a good one, and above all, make the right decisions in voting for our class officers. Right now, I'll give you an overview of our first class officer position, Public Relations Officer. The Public Relations Officer has three duties. First, he or she must publicize all activities for the seniors. Secondly, he or she maintains the seniors' bulletin board outside the main office. And lastly, he or she must work smoothly with other officers. Today I introduce to you our sole candidate for Public Relations Officer, Samuel Morris. He will be introduced by his campaign manager, Anya Richards.
Yeah, Anya.
This morning, I have the honor of introducing a young man who is capable and willing to move the class of 2006 into the future. He is a strong leader and willing to serve this class to the best of his abilities. This individual that I have the honor of introducing is no other than Samuel Morris.
Good morning, Mrs. Howell, Senior Principal, Mrs. Blyden and Mrs. Adams, Guidance Counselors, and to my fellow classmates, the class of 2006. Many of you are probably asking why should I elect Samuel Morris as the Public Relations Officer for the class of 2006. I can only state that I see the position as an opportunity to serve the members of the class of 2006. I believe you know I am a capable individual and will always try to get this job done. Moreover, I believe for that the past 3 years, I have shown you I possess the qualities of a leader. A leader is an individual who is willing and able to work with anyone to get the job done. An individual always willing to put their best foot forward for those they serve. The job of Public Relations Officer may seem easy, but the tasks are challenging. The position is one that requires hard work and determination. Not only does the PRO keep the class informed, but also represents the class before the public and assists in the management of class activities. As a proud member of the class of 2006, I have participated and continue to participate in school activities. I participated in the music department where I played the clarinet in the marching harps and in the concert and symphonic bands. I remain a member of the academic quiz bowl team. This year, you have also given me the honor to serve as the president of the National Honor Society Amalian Chapter and vice president of the Family Career and Community Leaders of America. Last year, I had the privilege of serving as Public Relations Officer of FCCLA, where I learned firsthand of the communications and computer demands of the PRO position. The late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said that he had a dream, and today I offer you my dream, to serve as your Public Relations Officer. I will get the job done efficiently. I will work well with all elected officers to ensure a successful and prosperous year for the class of 2006. I will deliver accurate information to the class. Yes, members of the class of 2006, vote for capable and positive leadership. Vote for Samuel Morris as the Public Relations for the class of 2006. We will rise as the infamous phoenix. We soar to the highest heights. I thank you.
Thank you, Samuel, for your speech. Our next officer position is that of treasurer. The treasurer's duties are as follows. He or she must work closely with financial advisor and keep accurate records of the class's financial matters. They must authorize every spending activity and also must be able to give accounting of class finances whenever called upon. The class treasurer must be very meticulous with money matters and must work closely with other officers. Our candidates for class treasurer today are Makisa Tadman and Daria Scott. First, we'll have Makisa Tadman introduced by her campaign manager, Letitia Antoine.
Good morning, class of 2006. My name is Letitia Antoine. Today, I am honored to introduce to you a very dedicated and trustworthy individual. She is a 17-year-old senior at this beautiful high school, Charlotte Amalia. She is a very friendly, outgoing person that loves to help anyone in need. She has many goals for her senior year, and her main goal, as of right now, is to become your class treasurer. It is my honor and privilege to introduce to you Makisa Tadman. Do you believe in rainbows? You know that rainbows are many different colors. But you as an individual have to look deep within your heart and find your pot of gold. Your class treasurer is what I aspire to be, and with your vote, you'll make my dream become a reality. Good morning, members of the class of 2006, principals, teachers, and fellow candidates. In every organization, there is a person who is needed to deal with the finances, a trusted individual that is capable of upholding the job title of a treasurer. A treasurer is one who has charge of funds or revenues. Revenues meaning all the income from a particular source. This is what the class of 2006 needs. This is why I, Makisa Tadman, am asking for your vote today. I'm a proud senior of the Charlotte Amalia High School, and I would feel very privileged to devote my time to being your class treasurer. In the past, I have held the position of secretary for my homeroom in our 10th grade year. I have also held the position of secretary of the Youth for Truth youth group at the Church of Christ. Presently, I am the treasurer of that youth group. I am a trusted individual that is more than capable of handling the many funds that we will be accumulating throughout our senior year. With your vote, I can uphold the prestigious office of a treasurer of class of 2006. There are many that can do a good job, but only one that can do an excellent job. When you think treasurer, think of me, Makisa Tali.
Our final candidate is Ms. Linish Allen, who will be introduced by Ms. Lataja Pence. Daria Scott, who will be introduced by Lali Scott, her campaign manager.
Good morning. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce to you an individual who has shown leadership ability, care and concerns for her peers, and therefore knows what will be necessary to get the job done. As a dependable, trustworthy, and friendly person with intelligence and the right attitude, she's the perfect combination for class treasurer. She doesn't hesitate to take initiative, and I can assure you that she will see to it that the class of 2006 is successful. Without further ado, I now present to you my best friend and your classmate, Daria N. Scott.
Faculty, staff, and the illustrious class of 2006. Good morning. I am Daria Nerissa Scott, one of two candidates seeking the position of class treasurer. I am interested in serving the class of 2006 as treasurer because I have found my previous experiences to be extremely rewarding. Through my enthusiasm, energy, and organizational abilities, I believe that I can help make our last year at Charlotte Amalia High School a memorable one. I have had the opportunity to exhibit such abilities through my participation in the Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps, commonly known as the JROTC program. I hold presently the position of Cadet Battalion Commander, where my duties and responsibilities include leading a battalion composed of approximately 250 cadets. I am well aware and am ready to carry out the duties of class treasurer, which entails the maintenance of class accounts and the wise management of funds to ensure our class prosperity. In addition to these responsibilities, I hope to work with the other officers in the planning of an exceptional senior week, introductory night, prom, commencement ceremony, class gifts, and other exciting class social events. With quality leadership and better communication, I hope to represent you and your ideas to create a more productive and successful, fun school year. Once again, vote Daria Nerissa Scott, and I will ensure the success of the class of 2006. Thank you.
The next candidates will hear from our candidates for the office of secretary. The class secretary must keep minutes of every meeting and be prepared to read them at council meetings. These copies must be kept on file in the office. Secondly, the class secretary must keep accurate attendance at council meetings. The class secretary must also take charge when called upon, and finally work smoothly with other officers. Today, our candidates for class secretary are Ashana Brown, who will be introduced by her campaign manager, Kadisha Stark, and Linish Allen, who will be introduced by Lataja Pence.
Pleasant good morning to all.
Ashana Brown is a candidate vying for senior class secretary. She's a very dynamic and multi-talented student. She is an exceedingly incomparable leader. She takes part in quite a few extracurricular activities such as the Superior Court Rising Stars, the Future Business Leaders of America, and the CAHS Stage Crew. She obtains all the leadership qualities that we need for a reliable secretary. Ashana is prompt, she works well with others, and she is very efficient when it comes to taking notes and recording important documents. She has very keen listening and communication skills. Ashana's devoted and hardworking personality are just what we need to keep our class on the right track. Possessing all of these outstanding leadership qualities, no one else is a better candidate for your senior class secretary. So when you think secretary, think Ashana Brown. Thank you.
Good morning to the principals, teachers, faculty, and staff, candidates for senior class office and the dynamic class of 2006. I am Ashana Brown, and I am your candidate for the office of Secretary of the class of 2006. I stand before you asking for your votes to represent you actively and positively. Last year, 5 members of the junior class were elected to lead and serve. Although they were a good team, there is always room for improvement. This year, we cannot settle for less than our best in electing strong and dedicated class members who are willing to go the extra mile for the class of 2006. In electing me as the secretary of this class, you will not only read accurate attendance records, but also accurate notes of all the activities and issues brought before the senior councils. You will also help me to serve you by voicing your opinions, views, and ideas. I will also help the other elected officers to make wise decisions that will lead the class of 2006 to success. The class of 2006 is an optimistic group with many goals and dreams that can be achieved with the right leaders. Remember, we are not only looking for leaders for 1 year, but leaders who will continue to serve, motivate, and lead in the future. You, the class of 2006, are the only people that can make these things happen. By choosing positive leaders, we can unlock the true potential of this dynamic class. I am a dedicated, hardworking classmate who is willing to step up to the challenge of being an officer to serve you. I also have positive leadership qualities that can lead this class to the ultimate victory. I am the most reliable and efficient candidate vying for the class office of secretary that is capable of working with others to lead our class to be the optimum class of CAHS. Remember, don't mess around. Vote Brown for senior class secretary.
Good morning, class of 2006. Today it is my honor and privilege to introduce to you a young lady who has courage and great integrity to stand up before you and take on the great task of becoming your secretary of class 2006. She was born on November 17, 1988 to her loving mother, Ms. Muriel Z. As a child, she attended the Hibiscus Learning Center preschool. She then furthered her education at the Moravian School up until the 4th grade and later transferred to Wesleyan Academy, where she graduated from the 8th grade. She then decided she would like a change of scene and education. She chose to attend the prestigious Charlotte Amalia High School, where she had the opportunity to meet and make friends with the best graduating class of 2006. Today, she has taken on the challenge of becoming your class secretary and serving for the entire school year. Teachers and fellow classmates, it is my honor and privilege to introduce to you your classmate, Lenish Allen.
I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. I fail if I succeed. At least I'll live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. 2006. You have to keep your faith alive and be the best that you can be. Never allow anyone to change your dreams. Creativity, diversity, and unity describes me, and your class secretary is what I aspire to be. Good afternoon, faculty and staff, and the prestigious class of 2006. My name is Linish Allen, and I am running for your class secretary 2005-2006. From the very beginning, when we first began attending this prestigious establishment, we were told by many that we were one of the largest and best classes that the teachers of the Charlotte Amalia High School ever had the honor of educating. Today is the day we differentiate between amateurism and professionalism. Face it, to be the best, we must have the best. The best is strong leaders who can work hard and get the job done. This year, we have no time for false promises and false guarantees. For many years, we have sat and watched individuals stand before us, telling us they can do this and they will do that, and we have never seen nor heard of any results. We have to take a stand for what we believe in. Vote for me because you know that I can make a change and difference for our class. We all aspire to be a class which everyone after us remembers for being different and unique. To be this, we must have guidance from individuals such as the ones who helped to mold me into the industrious young lady that you see before you. Like Martin Luther King, I will stand for your rights and voice your opinions to those of higher authority. If I must, I will march so that we may have a say in our future. Like Rosa Parks, I shall not be moved. If there is an idea from any student in our student body, I will fight to make sure that this idea is heard. Like Ms. Condoleezza Rice, I will be the first class secretary to do things that no other class secretary has done. I will make sure that you are told about every function that goes on within our senior council. As your class secretary, I will listen and voice your opinion at every meeting. Once again, my name is Linish Allen, and I would like to serve you as your class secretary.
Thank you, Linish and Ashana, for your wonderful speeches. Our next position for our class is that of Vice President. The Vice President's duties are as follows. He or she must be supportive of the President and assist at all times. They also must take over absence of the President when called upon. For our candidates for Vice President, we have Ms. Vanessa Isaac, Vanessa Paxson, who will be introduced by her campaign manager Maureen Hughes, and Mr. Kaiser Calwood, introduced by Erica Hazel. First, we have Maureen Hughes.
Good morning, class. This morning, I have the honor of introducing a young lady whose strength and reliability shines brightly. Her mission is to promote and build the strength of this graduating class. Her accomplishments include the PRO for the Future Community and Career Leaders of America, a member of the National Honor Society, and many other attributes. Help me welcome Vanessa Paxson, candidate for Vice President.
Good morning, principals, teachers, and other administrative members, and most importantly, the prominent class of 2006. There is much to be said and done when holding an office. One must always have patience for getting the job done and persistence for getting the job done right. Reliability and determination are traits that one must possess when called upon to make decisions that would benefit a whole graduating class. It's time to stop the trend of voting on popularity and start the trend of voting for people who you know are capable of accomplishing goals. to higher heights? Why look to someone who promises false dreams and make-believe hopes? If elected, I promise to work diligently and efficiently to meet the needs of our ideas and views on a whole, not only to satisfy just a few classmates. As in any organization, the partnership amongst the people is always vital in the decision-making process. And so, I guarantee that I will work along with my fellow classmates so I can see and hear the ideas that would become our missions. Your opinions are the most important things. Without your creative ideas and positive feedback, it would be an incomplete procedure in meeting our goals. Without your opinions, nothing can be accomplished. But without my input, things still can get done. You are the real leaders. You are the decision makers, and it's your decision to make the right choice here today. Make a change for the better today. Make a change for the bettering of our class. On one last note, let me leave you with a quick quote from author Jack Kerouac. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the roundheads in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify them, or vilify them. But the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward, and while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. For this school year's senior class elections, think of how your vote or input in any situation could dramatically change the output. I remember Anessa L. Parkson working with you, a partnership you can trust. Thank you. Yeah!
Vying for the office will be Kaiser Coward, introduced by Erica Hazel.
Good morning, ladies, gentlemen, faculty, staff, principals, students, and teachers. I am Erica Hazel, the campaign manager of Kaiser A. Coward, who is a man with a noble vision. Today, I stand before you with integrity, dignity, and pride to ask you to vote for Kaiser A. Coward as your senior class vice president. Everyone deserves a second chance to make up for what they haven't done. So seniors are the illustrious, ambitious, talented, gifted, goal-oriented class of 2006. I present to you Kaiser A. Coward, vice presidential candidate for the senior class election. Vote for Kaiser A. Coward and he will open a successful door and close them with memorable experience. I thank you and present Kaiser A. Coward.
Before we start, I would like to have a moment of silence for the people involved in the devastation in Louisiana, and also condolences to Nicholas Nick Daddy Friday.
Insist a moment of silence.
Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be a friend. I'll help you carry on, but it won't be long that you need a friend, somebody to lean on. Class of 2006, when you're sad, you need somebody to lean on. There can be miracles when you believe, and if you believe, you will achieve. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. To everything, there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Today is my time to make a difference. Remember, time waits for no man. Patient, humble, respectable, zealous, kind, knowledgeable, and keen are words to describe me. Faith in God is the greatest power. Great too is faith in oneself. It's by faith I will rise to the occasion. Standing strong, focused, and confident, my mission is to make a difference. Born and raised on the island of St. Thomas, my name is Kaiser A. Carwood. I am aspiring for the office of Senior Class Vice President. I am the son of Ingrid Percival and Ashley Carwood Jr. I have always believed that the road to the future is paved with sacrifices and lined with determination. In keeping my dream alive, I pay tribute to the late, great Dr. Martin Luther King. I am the energy of Nelson Mandela and the courage of Morgan Freeman. Call me a doer, believer, and accomplisher. My personality is my outlet for doing what I can to better serve, inform, and uplift the ambitious class of 2006. The journey to success begins with one single step. Taking it step by step, there are dreams out there with my name, and becoming Senior Class Vice President is my aim. Attending the prestigious Harvard University is my dream, and obtaining a doctorate in pediatric neurology is my career choice. If it is to be, it is up to me to make my dream a reality. My quest as Senior Class Vice President reassures belief that positive contribution and active involvement in my community will continue to aid me. If by faith, I will take a chance. If by faith, I will fight challenges. If by faith, I will rise to the top. Let us vote for someone, not by popularity, but by their ability to show and implement new ideas and solutions. The library needs to be updated, and we need more librarians. In order for our introductory night to be successful, everyone should be a part of it, showcasing their God-given talents. In this class, every voice must be heard. Even though we don't always agree, the key to disagree is to disagree peacefully. Since learning is a continuous experience, I'm always willing to listen to new ideas and constructive criticism. Ladies and gentlemen, I, Kaiser A. Carwood, urge you to vote for my teammates, Alima DeLugo, Lanish Allen, and Makisa Tadman, along with myself. To my fellow classmates, after selling myself to you, I feel that I am the best candidate for the office of Senior Vice President of this gifted, talented, and ambitious senior class. Vote a Vice President who will find a solution. Vote a Vice President who is a goal-oriented person. Please support me, who pledge to make a difference for you, and I will show you that this senior class is ready for an exciting and creative school year. Again, I am Kaiser A. Carwood, asking for your vote, because with your vote, you will not settle for less, but only the best.
Thank you, candidates, for those dynamic speeches and presentations. Next, last but certainly not least, are the candidates for president of our class. The duties of the president include: the president must lead all council meetings. Secondly, the president must take charge of class activities. Most importantly, Our class president must be a leader, able to motivate classmates and work well with other officers. Today, our candidates for class president are Alima DeLugo, who will be introduced by Ms. Mia Mactavius. Second, Kristen Knight, introduced by her campaign manager, Ilanda Peterson. Carlos Clinton, introduced by Tiffany Duran. And we will have Maureen Hughes presenting in the absence of our last candidate, Crystal Brink. Mia Mactavius. Our final candidate, Ms. Crystal Bryn, is ill and therefore her campaign manager will present in her absence. We will now have Ms. Mia Mactavius introducing Alima DeLugo.
Why is she getting in my way?
Ladies, gentlemen, faculty and staff, principals, and teachers, good morning. I am Mia Mactavius, the campaign manager of Alima DeLugo. Today I stand before you to introduce a strong young lady who is filled with opportunities. Better communication. She has always been and will always be a role model for us all. She will make a difference in our school. Better communication between students and the staff is greatly needed. Vote not by popularity, but by dedication. Vote for someone who will strive to help us have a memorable and successful senior year. I present to you Alima DeLugo, my best friend and presidential candidate for senior class election. And remember, settle for nothing less than the best. When you think of a leader, think of Alima. Thank you.
Lawyers, senators, congresswomen, and men, and even the next president. Keep your dream alive and don't let it fade away. You can become the next Miss Jeanette Smith Barry. Only you can make it happen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, as I stand before you, I reflect on the proverb, train up a child in the way he should go, and he will not depart from it. Yes, it is so true, because my parents, Nalda Henry and Alvaro DeLugo, did just that. The road to my success began with that single step, taking it step by step. Determined, focused, confident, proud, and humble are the qualities that lies within me and have made it possible for me to succeed. My mission will make a difference. There are many qualities that lies within me than the eyes can see, because through the years I was inspired by the beautiful, strong, courageous black women who has made a difference in our lives. Harriet Tubman for her determination for leading the slaves to freedom. Rosa Parks for her courage for sitting in front of the bus. And our own Queen Mary, Queen Agnes, and Queen Matilda who let the fire burn. And today, I, Queen Alima DeLugo, will follow the footsteps of and characteristics of these great women of yesterday and add my name to the 21st century. Women have always been the moving force and will continue to be. I will take responsibility as your president and represent the positiveness of the class of 2006. Attending the prestigious University of the Virgin Islands is my dream, and obtaining a degree in business administration with a concentration in management is my career choice. If it is to be, I will succeed externally. My quest as senior contributions and active involvement in the community will continue to aid me. Faith led us to take a chance. Faith led us to fight challenges, and faith carries us to the top. I will work on getting a better communication between administrators, faculty, staff, and students, and making students more involved in decision making. In this class, teamwork should be our #1 priority because a class that works together stays together. The senior class can set an excellent example. Ladies and gentlemen, I urge you to vote for my teammates, Kaiser Colwood, Linish Allen, and Makisa Todman, along with myself. Please support me, who pledge to make a difference for you, and will show you that this senior class is ready for an exciting and creative school year. Again, I am asking you for my vote, because with your vote, I will not settle for nothing less than the best. Thank you.
Good morning to faculty and staff and class of 2006. It is my pleasure to introduce you to Kristen Knight. She is actively involved in many school-oriented activities. In my opinion, a leader is a person who has the ability to be a rational thinker and very consistent. She has her head on straight and is determined to do everything she can to make our senior year fun and enjoyable. She is able to manage her time well and is almost always ready to greet you with a pleasant smile. I think that she is the perfect person for our position of being our vice president. So without further ado, I please introduce you to Kristen Knight.
Thank you, Yolanda. Good day to all faculty and staff, my fellow classmates. My name is Kristen Knight, and I am a part of the class of 2006, a class that will exceed all other classes before it. As I see it, the class of 2006 is distinguished, and they will continue talking about us years from now. They will talk about our class being the largest graduating class since 1920. They will forever be amazed with our SAT scores. We will have the most energetic introductory night, with not only the best performances, but the funniest skits. They will enjoy reminiscing about how vibrant our prom night colors were and how creative our community service projects were. They will keep on whispering about how we went en route for our end of school Kentucky ride. Classes after us will carry on the legacy of our class prank and will be impressed with the amount of championship trophies that we brought home throughout the years. Teachers will sit back with swelled hearts of joy because 75% of us will go on to a technical school or college. The way I see it, the class of 06 is going to do far better than any Bill Gates. And regardless of who becomes our leaders, the class of 06 is bound to accomplish great things. And I would be honored and proud to be your president. So let us make this year bright by doing things right with Kristen Knight. Thank you.
He is a motivated, determined senior who possesses outstanding organizational and leadership skills. It is my belief that he will meet all standards and be a successful president. I now introduce to you Carlos Clendenin for president.
Faculty, staff, and the class of 2006, good morning. My name is Carlos Clendenin, the young man with the realistic plan. I was always told you never know what you can do until you try. So today, I stand here as a candidate for class president. I have had opportunities to hold leadership positions in the past. Currently, I am the executive officer in the Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps, better known as JROTC. This program has prepared me thoroughly for tough leadership and has allowed me to stomach the challenges that comes my way. With that being said, here's food for thought. A good speech is excellent, but the challenge is fulfilling what is said. A good president is prepared, accepts the challenge, and can work well with others. In addition, I believe a president should be able to analyze the situation, make good plans, implement the plan, and evaluate the success. Class of 2006, I would like the opportunity to lead this class to victory. During my tenure, I would like to see the class of 2006 accomplish community service projects, have successful fundraisers, engage in senior sponsor programs that will be memorable to the rest of the student body, social events, and an unforgettable class trip. Class of 2006, all these tasks can be accomplished. We, the class of 2006, are responsible, talented, and outgoing individuals. And if you vote for me, all of these tasks and much more will be accomplished for the school year 2005-2006. I am Carlos Clendenin, the young man with the realistic plan, and I'm asking for your vote for class president. Thank you.
An exceptionally magnificent class of 2006. An authentic and qualified leader is what we need. As a member of the National Honor Society, Spanish Honor Society, Future Business Leaders of America, and the National Society of High School Scholars, and also the CAHS Marching Band, it is clear to see that Crystal Bryn is qualified to be our senior class president for the 2005-2006 school year. Exemplifying leadership and meeting the high standards that are placed on students through hard work and discipline is a task that Crystal has successfully accomplished. Fellow members of the senior class, ask yourself this question: are we better off than we were a year ago? We need a proven leader for real change. With her superb people skills, Crystal has made it known that she gets along with anyone. This is very important for a position of this stature. With her on the senior council, it is certain that we will accomplish our goals for this year. Today is the day when you, the members of the class of 2006, get the opportunity to select the officers of this senior class. As you have just heard, Crystal is running for the office of president, as she did last year. This year she's coming with a different message, seeking your support and your vote. If you want someone who will slack off at every opportunity, don't vote for her. If you want empty promises, unfinished jobs, and few class activities, don't vote for her. Basically, if you want someone who will not uphold and perform the duties of a senior class president, don't vote for her. But do vote for her if you want to see great things happen this school year. When you give her the opportunity to be your class president, you will see that her goal is to serve the members of the class of 2006. She is committed to the position of president, and she is also committed to each of you, her friends and fellow classmates, and to making this senior year productive, not only for you, but with you. Once again, vote Crystal Bryn your candidate for president of the senior class, the class 2006, the class with class. Thank you.
With the presidential position being the highest that we have in our school, we have the opportunity today to ask each candidate to answer a couple of our questions. The first question that we'd like to ask is, if elected president of our class, give one idea to involve the senior class in more community service activities. Each candidate will answer this question. We'll start with Ms. Alvin Madidi. Basically, our question was to give one idea to involve. Our senior class has been involved in community service activities, but it seems that it's not enough, so we're asking what more activities can. Please.
If elected president, our class could go to Roosevelt Park around Christmas time and help decorate the trees. We can have fundraisers here, and while certain people are selling foods, the rest could be cleaning up the campus because the campus sometimes can look very filthy.
Good morning. I believe a good community service project would be a group of us going to Cancun, and if allowed, we would help them build up their school. So the people who are coming to high school, they helped us, so I want to help high school.
I would like to add something. We could also do mentorship where we can mentor some of the kids in Cancun, because I know that if y'all doesn't know, yesterday had a fight in Cancun with a stabbing, and strong people could actually go down and mentor the upcoming people, like the 8th graders who are coming to high school next year, and tell them about the school and what to expect and not to get into, like, let people influence you into doing wrong.
The young man with the realistic plan. I suggest class of 2006 for more community service projects, and to get the class involved, we can indulge in street cleanups outside the school, which will get the class of 2006 out there, where the media will be there. We can volunteer. We have a school right next door, Lockwood School, with young men. A young man with a realistic plan. Thank you.
To support our athletic department, which is in need of supplies, such as the basketball team, football team, etc. Thank you very much.
Okay, this is a difficult question, but you can try to see if you can. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, rate our class officers' performance last year. Wow. And secondly, say how you plan to improve it this year.
Scale from 1 to 10. Last year's officers, I would rate them as a 5. But this year we're aiming for a 10. And to improve our class, like our senior class, we can do this by basically electing people that we know will do the job, not just people to fill the position. Thank you very much.
The young man with the realistic plan. Last year's class, I would grade classes. Yes, we are ready for class offices, but we need the support of the faculty as well and the students. What I plan to do, if elected as class president, is much better than that plan they had last year. In order to make this plan that I want to be realistic, the class of 2006, you have to be involved. If you're not involved, we have no support, we go down the drain. Class of 2006, rise! Shut the Charlemagne High School, that guess what? 06 run thing.
They attempted to have community service. And I do believe, I agree with Carlos, a reason why we didn't do so well last year was we didn't have the support of the class, and I do believe, I have faith in you that this year we're going to have support, so we're going to rank in 11 if the scale was 1 to 10. Thank you.
That's right.
I would rate the last year's class about an 8 yes, an 8. Because they tried their best, they needed the support of the other students, the whole faculty and staff, the whole body and everybody. But what we need to do is we need to have more activities for us to do, not only senior week, but throughout the whole school year. We need to be active to make this class, like how you all say you want to make it the best class 06 run things. We have to make it the best. We would also like to have a class trip. I don't know when last we ever heard that any class had a class trip, but it would be nice to have a class trip this year.